this nice park here called Thornby Park. And a nice Sabbath day. Let's take a look and see what it is. I'm just curious to see what they got around these areas. Do the bounce walk, right? Let's see. Nice little spot so far. Massive trees all around. Look at the size of these things. They're big. All back there. Really big. And there's a nice little walking trail for the kids. This is in Deltona, Florida. I have to give the exact address. Maybe I'll publish it in there. But this, I mean, look at the size of the tree compared to the people below. They have massively big trees in the back there. And I just saw it all driving back from going from the Staples we went to in Oviedo. And I'm like, interesting. So, you know, it's nice to kind of get out on a nice Sabbath time. Or, you know, like this is Sabbath, Saturday. And just take a little walk on the trails and see what else is out there. There are a lot of things, you know, even the backyard. I mean, thank Florida and I guess maybe the Parks Department. I don't know what to call them, but the people and the personnel who are actually there helping to maintain these things, you know. I'll say Volusia County, if that's the case, for helping us to make these things possible. Beautiful, like swampy lakes, but kids can see natural nature and stuff and see what goes on. Well, at the same time, you have to hear the sounds and stuff, you know, like in Blue Springs and Silver Springs. Maybe there might be a Purple Spring. There's a lot of stuff. Oh, look at the little one. The kids are enjoying this stuff to get out there. It's not bad. It's nice little thing. Hello. How are y'all? Hi. Yeah. Hello. Welcome. I'm nice to see you. Look, it's a little thing in the end. It's kind of going off. So I'm going to be that big. And we're just going to take a little walk through here, but we're going to go other places also after. Just taking a little view and see. Hey, little birdie. Where are you? I hear that sound, but where are you? Look up top there. Very nice. A lot of little birds. There's a video we saw on YouTube about Thornby Park. So I think this is the one. He goes to the other side. What's it called? Stone classroom? Oh, okay. there's a drop. So do watch your step. You're supposed to grab up. Maybe the road is not okay. See grandpa on the ground. He's down, dude. Hey, thanks for the assistance. See that? They will assistance. They show me the thing. Outdoor classroom. Let's go here. Read the thing about the park. Beautiful park. Simple, nicely. Oh, that's cool. Rock City. Stone City, Rock City. Have a little sermon out here. I wonder what's the history of this park. Well, you sit up here like on a podium or something, you know? Yeah, you talk here, talk to the classroom. Okay, everybody. Sit down, everyone having service.
This is the perfect size for a book. Look.
But this is cool.
Even denting for a book.
Yeah, this is creative. You have a little service in there. That's cool. So I wonder if the other side is connected. So let's continue.
Why don't you make a pastor video?
No, I think you could. You could. Maybe we'll come back here and maybe do it later. I want to read something from Great Controversy about what's happening in the world right now too, to see how it applies. But this is cool. You sit there and chill. Nice overlook. This is classroom of nature. Didn't God say that? Nature tells about God. This is wonderful. And the palm trees up there. The trees are so big. Look in the back there. That's all I can see. They're just massive. The ones I saw that had like some massive trunks driving. I was like, I gotta come back and take a look at it. And just by driving around, you know, what's on that side? There's water. There's like a marsh. So I don't mess with bodies of water. And again, you go in nature, expect to see. Oh, there's trails here on the side you can go to alongside the same thing. But just look forward to green trails. You know, it's natural. You may see little critters, snakes running around. You may see little bears or something. You know, I don't know for certain, but I'm like, if it's open, there's no gate. That's okay. No, just take her with you, walk as you walk with you. Watch the spiders. Yeah, we took our friend out with us. Yeah, she's always in the house every time. But let's take a look and watch down as you look around. I keep an umbrella with me every time just in case a little extra thing. I always recommend, this is another thing, I always recommend taking a stick with you. Not to hit people, you know, but take a stick with you to kind of walk your path. Especially if you're in a trail unfamiliar and you don't know exactly where you might go. Maybe they have like a hiking stick. I like to always keep a barrier between whatever I may see and myself, you know, just to be safe. Because look at this thing here. This is a tree trunk. No, maybe this is a storm. Wow, look at the bottom guy. Look at the size of this thing. Look at him. This thing is massive here.
Probably 1,000 amps.
Wow, look at the size of this thing here. All of this. A tree that toppled over. That's an anchorage system. Look at that. Now I better watch myself. I'm the one falling all the time here. It's like a. They can make movies out of this place. The floor, yeah, it's probably been there forever. Look at all these trees falling down, branches and stuff. It looks like a real scene for like one of those movies, like Tarzan or something. Yeah, all these, like they have chopped ones, cut up ones. But it has a nice look to it, like a very natural look to it. The foliage, these plants, I have them in the backyard even stuff. They're just very beautiful. God bless. I like nature. I like nature like this. I like to get out and see this stuff. Let me watch my step now. See, watch my step. Okay. We're just taking for a quick little walk through the nature scene. See them there? You guys should carry an umbrella too. Look in the back here. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Well, scary, it's scary, but it depends. Wait, hold on. Would you say scary as they could make a horror movie of this, or maybe something like, say, or maybe, well, make sure watch for the bodies of water and watch your step, look around, because again, it's natural. Just keep a close leash to you. It should go around the circle. Come, keep going. It should link back in the circle. And we're just exploring. Because if I ever walk path, I like to stay on a walked path and trail. So I think this is just for the kids to kind of see a little bit of nature and just to walk through and see some stuff. They mentioned that some of the libraries have like little tours and stuff in the back. So remember, we're still new in Florida trying to explore this place. So this is not bad. It's just good to see that they have these as an offering, as an option. And again, I always say, carry your stick just to walk around. You snake, push something away, and look any bodies of water. The little seeding things here. But look, listen, but it's very quiet here. It's very quiet in here, so you can have a little moment by yourself. Sit down, relax, read a book. I have my back turned to no ravine though, so I'm looking around. Remember, I'm always watching for this. There's gonna be a granger up in here. Watch what's going on around you. Let's see. It's a nice little. We do nature trail. We all don't do hiking, right? Now you get to see some nature for real. Look at this plank. This is like a movie. I remember we went to Bushkill Falls.
That's like something that people would go through. Look, there's a trail.
There's a trail there too?
People go through.
Yeah, I would rather stay on the trail, not go to where there's fallen trees. I think maybe not necessarily crazy, but people do hide in some. Anyway, well, you mentioned something there. People do tend to. Some people with bad intentions do tend to hide out in some location where they think people might be. They're not enough public people to watch and witness. So if you do go in these areas, you rather go in a group, or at least with 2 people. Go there at least armed. Okay, yeah, go armed if you have to. I mean, not saying this park is something bad, but I'm saying in general, if you're gonna go to an unfamiliar trail or area and you're not certain who or what you may find up there, it could be some serious wildlife, could be some serious people also may want to do bad intentions, or some people might defend this territory. Protect yourself as accordingly, okay? So don't be a victim by just doing this. And if you're gonna go here, sadly, young ladies are always the biggest ones to see victims. Say you're trying to be victimized wise. So go in groups, okay? Take somebody with you, okay? Don't go alone. Tell people where you're gonna be, your whereabouts, especially. But don't go alone in unfamiliar or dark trails like this, whereby anything can happen to you. People can get attacked, molested, assaulted, and stuff here. And who would know who would hear? So again, if it's a highly trafficked area in public, great. Don't let her go so close to the side, because I don't know what's there. Could be snakes inside the bush. Let us stay on the trail, because they're just as curious as we are. And again, your pets, keep an eye on your pets. Could be snakes, could be other stuff inside there that we don't know. And this is our first time here, so we don't know what we're gonna expect and see. So just keep an eye around, looking left, right, up, down, back, around, But going back to the thing about people assaults, we're watching videos about things here, and people have to understand, we live in some serious times. Something is even something as innocent as simple as this could become a disaster. So I always say, watch out for your children. Guard your children, the boys and girls. Watch out for those potential traffickers and predators around. We all living in some serious times like that, whereby anything can happen. We don't know. What is this one called? Visit Deltona. It says here, remnants of a railroad trestle. Well, a donkey. This is a narrow gauge railroad trestle, and probably used mule power to haul citrus and other produce to the docks of Lake Monroe. Oh, business, Department of Ecological Tourism Sustainability. There's a QR code there also. Nature Parks. So this is Visit Deltona, Florida, ecoparks.com. Florida's bright spot for nature parks. So these are part of nature parks. I think you can come here. I think it's blocked off now, but people did it once here. Just carrying things across. So that was interesting. Look at the trees again in the background. It's very nice and wide. Look how big they are. How long has it been there? Look at those trees in the background. And that kind of, I don't know if it's a tree fungus, that thing that hangs up the trees. This is like Spanish moss. Wow. Look at the top of this. This place is cool. Okay, so I'm a big thing about it. Remember, too, I'm very defensive for ladies and young girls and children and moms and stuff, and especially guys too, even the young boys. I mean, trafficking is real, okay? And people are getting trafficked to be put on porn sites and porn hubs and all kind of stuff. And people, I mean, in prostitution, dangerous stuff. So even something as beautiful as this, and these beautiful areas like this, needs to be taken and monitored and gone through with care and proper, you know, proper supervision. Don't take your eyes off your children for once. Keep your children close to you. Keep your families close to you. Let them know your whereabouts. Stay focused. Don't be too busy just focusing and maybe taking selfie shots and all these things like that. So go out and protect yourself. Watch out for predators. Be aware. Listen to around you. Use your sense that God gave you. And if you ever get attacked, fight for your life. Fight, God, scratch, push thing, whatever it is. You fight for your life no matter what. Okay? Don't let somebody try to victimize and harm you, thinking this is us. This is just, you know, part of it is. So young ladies, fight back. And if you have to, arm yourself. Okay? Just giving you a little tidbit here. Take nothing for granted. The rest of your life. And sadly, we're living in a time where things can happen that you have to kind of be so careful nowadays. Breaking your trust. And people thinking, oh, they have enough cameras around, they have enough videos around, somebody will find me, somebody will catch me. How many times I see people on videos walk into cars, or even some cars on vehicles that they thought maybe might be, you know, safe, and be intoxicated and drunk and picked up unsuspectingly by other people, or taken advantage of, then posted on video and posted on shots and stuff. They are massive, wow. And then what happens then later? And then imagine people get trafficked and stuff, and then they make videos of them. The community hates them after not realizing what has happened, and they get given a bad name and a bad thing, and they get sad, depressed, self-harm, treated like roughly and badly, and people say, you know, it's their fault. They made a choice. No. So we're not to assume or judge anything. And I saw a video about this on LED Light Exposing Darkness, a video talking today about I think it's called what's it called? Watching. He said you may be watching underage content. I'm gonna put the video link into this one to let you see what I'm talking about. Just saying, keep an eye on your children. Watch them. Watch what they listen to. Watch what they hear in social media. There's also one called Childhood 2.0. People should watch. And there's also one called Made in His Image. You know, I gotta find those videos to put them on there to link it to this, is that people can watch and know that you gotta be careful. You gotta look out for yourselves, and you gotta protect yourselves and take no chances. I would say you can go that. Let's go that way. This one is another path link to the roadway. It looks okay, but let's try this one for now. Next time we try this one. So watch your step again. I think this one brings you back. Just watch it. It hooks in your clothes. Oh, you see this? This is like a thorn bush. It really is a thorn bush. It hooks in my shirt just now. So be careful on your walk also, okay? Okay, so yeah. So watch. You see this big one here too? Big thorns. Wow. I bet you this didn't exist before sin. Now this all over your head too. So I mean, you know, we're gonna keep an eye, but watch as you walk. Come, please. You want an umbrella? Oh, huh? It's a circle? Okay, so all these is thorn bush growing through. We have some of these in the backyard. Maybe it might be a rose bush coming across. So come, let's go this way. Let's see. You want an umbrella? I have another umbrella in my hand. You want to use I use it like this sometimes to, like, as I'm walking through, I'll push the stuff away from my face. So I always say carry a stick with you to give you a little, it's like this, a little leverage. You want the umbrella, somebody? Because the umbrella, this thing will stick on you and grip your skin, rip your flesh too. So, you know, beautiful, but we must be taking precautions.
We have this kind of plants.
And since we're not exactly like, what they call someone who study all the different plants, botanist, herbivorist or something, it's good to kind of not to touch too much stuff we don't know what it is. Just watch and keep an eye before and wait. Let me go in front if you guys want it. Come, let's take a look. Let Daddy go first. Here's a roadway. Come. Oh. Let me show you a little panoramic. Look at the road in front of us. So look behind you. You're walking through a thicket, boy. So again, I'm like one of those people, you know, I'm sorry, you know, people say, well, why are you talking about that kind of stuff in such a beautiful scenery? I gotta keep it real in this world here. I take nothing for granted, especially people's lives and freedoms. And assault, I hear too much about assault, too much about people being harmed and attacked, especially young ladies raped, attacked, beaten. I mean, it's not right, it's not proper. So I'm not gonna accept and then sit down and say, oh, it doesn't happen. I'm not looking the other way. It needs to be stopped. Look at this stuff, look at the trees here. So this is what I saw on the road. I was driving along the road like this. Over there is the area we want to walk to. So we can walk alongside the path, walk on the other side and get back. Because we came in from that way in the park. Yeah, okay with this? Take a walk alongside the road the opposite way. Let's turn back and go back to the playground and go to the road. You want to go back there first and go the other way? Okay, come. Okay, let's go the other way. Come. All right, come. Let's not take him next to the road if you're not familiar. Let's go back. We're going to go back and then we're going to walk back and go the other way where we were before. Come. Let's see. Okay, come. So here I can actually do the bump walks, but yeah, this is sad to say. This is We got to say these things, the public announcement stuff, you know, and people say, oh, don't talk about this kind of stuff. We have to face reality and talk about the truth. These things happen. People are harmed on traffic, and it's happening at an alarming rate. It's not going on. We have legalized slavery in this time, whereby people are being taken advantage of and being treated so badly. And some people are just looking the other way and saying, no, let's wait for them. Come, stick together, please. And people are saying, it's like, you know, wait for the rest, my friend. And they're saying, it's like, no, it's something happened in the darkness. What happened during Super Bowl and halftime shows? What happened during those big events and big sports events? What happened in some of the performances? And here's another thing. There are many groups and groups of agencies and entities and other organizations that have videos and promotions and other performances whereby they have the performers wearing very scantily dressed things on them, whereby they pretty much dancing in their underwear or in bikinis or everything. I'm not picking on the ladies and guys only. You've seen some performances of many popular artists and stuff who are just like gyrating and doing some very bad things with their bodies and themselves, and even with members of the crowd, even having like mock ceremonies of child sacrifices and human sacrifices, or going into fires like if they're given to worship to Moloch and stuff. These things are real. These things are happening, okay? You know, if you look at some of the Madonna shows in the past, look at some of the halftime shows, look at some of the Beyonce shows, look at some of the Miley Cyrus shows. I'm saying and even Taylor Swift, you know, dancing with the one where she has to dancing into like a serpent in the crowd and it's being reborn again and all this stuff. The good thing is we see many people in the genre at one point coming out and saying, listen, we're not doing that stuff no more. We're not giving ourselves to the devilish practices and stuff, or the sinful vices. We're gonna come out and do the right thing. And you have others saying, you know, hey, I'm not putting up with it no more. But a lot of times we see that they take people who have a good Christian or good, nice, godly background and heritage and start turning them around to be devilish and wicked, and maybe, you know, having them violate themselves, their bodies, their minds, their conscience, and then teach and show others, because God said, by beholding we become changed. So if we behold and see things of vice and wickedness and stuff, it will change us, and we might become doing the same thing. Then it's like evil, corrupt. You said, what's that? Evil communication, corrupt good manners. So once we may be good and wholesome and a wonderful person, and then all of a sudden we see these things so much, and every people are doing all kind of stuff of pedophilia and drunkenness and revelry and debauchery, and they try to tell women it's okay for you to go sleep around, lay around, like the guys, and even guys, do what thou wilt. It's fine. It's not fine to go and dishonor yourselves and dishonor your bodies and your mind and your conscience in God's sight. We should love our women and our children, love our boys and girls, and teach them that they're valuable in God's sight. They're not nobody's sex object or some sex toy or something to play around with. They need to be valued. Take care of your children and your boys and girls. Don't let people just do what they want to them and thinking it's okay. And saying this, it'll be so unpopular if we don't participate, and we won't be in the like and on the know, and we won't get likes and hits. Even some of the stuff you see in some of these social media stuff, people are exposing themselves, sending pictures of themselves, nude pictures of themselves, and doing things to themselves and saying, hey, give me likes, give me hits, or pretending, or even mock ceremonies and mock pretense things of. It's not right. It's not right, and it needs to be called out. So, even as beautiful as these things are, I just got to say it because you can see from one thing else. Because they say there's a market. If there's not a market for it, like how they do with drugs and stuff, there won't be people trying to funnel it and muling themselves, M-U-L-I-N-G themselves, to bring drugs to some places, risking life and limb, and having people traffic, including children trafficking and stuff, across the borders, across all over the place, saying, hey, we just feeding the need. We just helping. We just doing our service. We just trying to make a lot of money. I'm just doing my job. I'm trying to help. And they're agencies, governmental and non-governmental agencies, assisting these people to do these things. I'm telling you, this is serious out here. So we have to understand, we're living in some drastic, very dire times whereby we need to sit and call sin out, call wickedness out as it is. This is how we walk into the forest and thickets here. You have a path to walk in. It's a clear path, some little ruts and things here and bumps and lumps. But on the side, we don't know what's in the foliage. We don't know what's in the foliage. We don't know what's in there. We don't know what's there. And the trees looks calm and clear, but if you look real closely, much more zeroed, you might see some stuff you may not have realized. So, as with life, as with function, why am I speaking about this thing? Because I care. Why am I speaking about this thing? Because God cares. God loves you and loves each one of us more than anything else in this world. So people matter. People are the treasures in heaven. Okay, it's not the car, the house, or the land, or whatever you may have. 10,000 lambs and 10,000 mules and donkeys. God loves them too, but He loves you, the person, the owner, more. You are the one that God values so much. So He doesn't want you to get harmed and to be, and to be abused and treated so badly. But we're thinking that slavery is over and the bad things are over. But then why is it so much now to be on an increase? They have legalized slavery now, in servitude, indentured servitude. It's like the past has been repeated again. People are just being, it's just sad. Too many bad things are happening to good people And many good people are not speaking up enough to say something because they've been shown that if they speak up, they'll get doxxed and deplatformed, censored, demonetized, and even sent death threats and hate mail and ricin and other bad things happening to them. It's like they don't want the good to speak up, so they try to muzzle us. They try to muzzle us and say, don't speak anything. And that should not be right, you know? But God has a way of getting the words out no matter what. And he says his words shall accomplish that for which he set it forth. God says go out there and help the lame, the sick, the maimed, and to bind up the people, help them, heal the wounds. This country's hurting. The people are hurting. Everybody's hurting, okay? Families are hurting. And since this whole COVID thing happened also, people are hurting even more. Feeling isolated, lonely, abused, left alone there, uncared for. Some families don't want to talk to each other anymore. Some families don't want to get along anymore. Some don't want to be next to each other anymore. Some disinviting them. Some disfellowshipping them. Some saying you're not part of it. Get out. They need an apology. They need an apology. Many of them lost their jobs, livelihoods, their fortune, everything. They lost even the meager earnings they had before. You know? Here's something crawling. There's something, a snake, lizard. I don't know, but I ain't saying how to find out. But I'm saying they lost so much. Have they been given their compensation? Have they been given things? The courts made laws said, okay, injunction here. But the laws are applied unequally, partially. You can't give this to 100 people, but you give it to 100 or more, depending if you're a health institution versus a regular institution, the airlines, everything. The people deserve an apology. They've been treated horribly treated in terms of what they've done. Their lives, their jobs, their families. In society, they've been blocked. No passport, no this, no QR code, no this. They've been left out. And we're supposed to sit back and be like, oh, life will go back to normal. It's okay. No, it's not okay. They need to be compensated. There need to be hearings. There need to be accountability. Okay? So even as beautiful as these things are, it doesn't slip my mind. My people are hurting and dying. What God said too, my people are dying for lack of knowledge. Not because knowledge is not available, but because, are they using it? Are they applying it? What God says. The beginning of wisdom is to know God. And fearing God is the beginning of wisdom and knowledge. So let's fear God. How to fear God? By reverencing and respecting him, knowing who he is in relation to us, knowing he's our creator. We are the created. Okay, we are to worship the creator, not the created. So all these things are wonderful, beautiful nature scene, nice, wonderful background, everything like that. So, and at the same time, God gets the preeminence. He deserves all glory and praise and honor and glory. And so does his children. So, sum up this message. Take care of your children. Take care of your family. Take care of your loved ones. You want to try this path to go back to the front car? Come a second. Let's go this one. Let's come. Okay. We will. Let's go back that way. Come. We're going to go. Come, please. Come. Let's see. He's going to go the same way. Let's see. Come. Take care of your family. Take care of them. Stand firm in your beliefs. Don't compromise when you stand for God. Don't give up God. Okay? There's going to come a test again soon in time of your allegiance over worship. Worship God and worship the man-made laws and policies and principles. Are we going to give God all praise and honor? Or are we going to sit there and say, well, I was afraid, and I was afraid, and I did eat. I was afraid, and we can't be living in fear. We must live by thus saith the Lord. Okay? Even in months like this. And one day in time, people are hurt, maybe having to hide and run and hide to these places too, because of fear of persecution and what will happen to them. For speaking up and for standing your ground and standing for God, you may have to run and hide in these places here. So maybe it's good to kind of show these videos so you know where to hide and stuff. You can hide in these bushes at some point. But could you imagine that? People have to hide from other people. Humans hide from other humans because of what humans might do to them. And why? Because what? As Cain did to Abel. Was it because Abel was greedy and bad and doing bad things to them? No. But because the evil of their ways, the evil of their actions, when seen in light of the cleansing and the holiness and the goodness of God and the goodness of his children and people, brought them, made them see themselves. And instead of themselves saying, hey, I'm doing wrong, maybe I need to change, they decide to try to get rid of the messenger instead of following the message. God says, call it out. Come, let's head down. You want to head down? Let's head to the place now. Come. So, I see all this to say there's another message coming. There's more here too. What's here? lot of playtime, so. There's another path on the side there. Let me see.
The trail is over there.
That's cool. But let's see. Let's take a look. Come. Let's see. Come on. Let's see what else. We're cutting through the back here. Let's see. They're coming out here. That's over here. So, all right. So, there's a path, the walking path over there. Let's want to see. Come. We're taking a path and see what's over here. Hello. Come. So, nice. Beautiful park, beautiful area. Great to see. And, you know, nice scene. Who? I know.
She's looking at every car. She knows it's that one.
Let me end this one here. We're gonna start the next trip, okay? But here, well, maybe let's continue. Let's see. Let's see. Let's just show you this. Let's continue. Forget it. But look at this tree here. Look at this tree in comparison to you guys. Look at the tree here. This tree is big. The truck is there. The truck is at least about like 12 to 15 feet long. And this tree is massive. Look how big this tree is. Wow. So I'm gonna end this one here as part 1. And I'm gonna continue again from there. Where part 2 is to start the other part of the journey to, okay? Here at Thornby Park. So, great park. All the words and views expressed are solely those of my own, not of the park. I don't speak on behalf of Volusia Park or Florida and everything happened here. I just speak on behalf of myself and what God's word is revealing, that we need to make a change and to do what's right. We need to make sure that life is preserved and taken care of. And again, you come to these parks too, take care of them, care for it, keep it nice, neat and clean as you do for everything else, and give God praise. Mazda, I see you over there. All right, taking a little walk out there now, see what else is out there. Okay, God bless.